My name is David, and today we're going to talk about two naughty nannies. You all saw the thumbnail and clipped. One employer, two nannies, 7 days between nookie. So, naughtiness, but not at the same time. I guarantee you will be rewarded with a titillating story. Titillating, good word. Anyways, this is the thumbnail I wanted to use. It's a little too noisy and too cluttered. No one would have clicked on it. What do I mean by one nice nanny? Well, I want you to learn about the Philippines. I want you to learn how we treat the help. 99% of the time, no one is banging the maid and no one is banging the nanny. So, yeah, we'll talk about naughty nannies, but I want to tell you a story about a nice nanny working for a family of an American serviceman at Clark Air Base. I want to tell you how this American serviceman, a sergeant, changed his nanny's life. I want to teach you something about the Philippines, and I will reward you with salacious content. Salacious. Good word. Can you just skip the nice nanny story and jump straight to the two nanny debauchery? No, I'm not just going to jump right to the naughty story. Time to learn something about the Philippines. We don't call them nannies, we call them yayas. Do I have a yaya? Yes, I do. Her name is Jen, and she's my wife's cousin. Is Jen single? She's kind of cute. Yes, Jen is single, but she's not part of this story. Yaya with benefits coming up, but first, the nice yaya. To understand the nice yaya, take a look at this wedding. I just attended this wedding at Clark Air Base, North Manila. No, the yaya is not getting married. It's her son, Leo, who is the groom. An American sergeant paid for the wedding? The American sergeant kind of paid for the wedding. Leo's mom was a nanny to three American kids back in the late 80s, early 90s. The sergeant paid Leo's mom a salary, but after several years, he agreed to pay for Leo to attend high school. Then the sergeant agreed to pay for Leo to attend college. This is very common. As an employer, you are paying for your yaya's retirement because you're paying for her children's schooling. Leo graduated with a degree in computer science, and of course, he is now supporting his mother. What about Leo's dad? Leo's dad unfortunately passed away. He used to clean C-130s at Clark Air Base, you know, those big military transportation aircraft. He was also a carpenter and he did upholstery. The salary of Leo's dad was not going to pay for Leo's high school and was not enough to pay for Leo's college. I hired Leo nearly 20 years ago to work for me as an engineer. Now he works for my friend Marty. In fact, Marty flew out from the States to attend the wedding. Marty and I were both sponsors at Leo's wedding. This means we were kind of in a position of honor. We got a bunch of photos taken with us, and we were with his older uncles and things along those lines. Leo's situation where an employer steps up is fairly typical. No monkey business, just a good man, an American serviceman who made a huge difference in Leo's life. It should be clear from the photos that Leo is doing well. He was able to afford a really nice wedding thanks to his education. Are we done? Can we get to the naughty nanny story? Yes, we will talk about yayas with benefits. Please remember, Leo's mom, the yaya, is a good person, a great mom, and her story is how 99% of yayas are true. Now, the location of the naughty yaya story is Eastwood, Quezon City, where I live. The players in this saga are an American named Artie, who's about my age, his wife, Rexy, who's a Filipina, like my wife. Rexy is a Visayan. Rexy and Artie have two kids, and they also have two nannies named Chastity and Purity. You're honestly telling me that the Yaya's names are Chastity and Purity. The people in this story are all real. I changed the names. Just go with Chastity and Purity for the names of the Yayas. The drama started, the Yaya drama, when Artie's 19-year-old son visited from America. His name is Randy. He's supposedly a college student, but Randy spends most of his time playing video games and watching porn. He's 19. What did you do when you were 19? You mean the son's name is Randy, like the British slang for horny? No comment on my choosing the name Randy. The Yayas, Chastity and Purity, are both in their early 30s, and they are 15 years older than Randy. So Randy arrives from the States. He's bored. On his first day here in the Philippines, Randy plays video games. Randy goes to Popeyes and gets the phone number of a woman working there. She shares a bed space with four other women. No guests are allowed in the bed space. Randy's staying in a four-bedroom condo with his dad. It is a no-go for action with the Popeyes employee. On his second day, Randy watches porn. He gets snacks at KFC and meets an 18-year-old call center worker. She lives with her parents. Oh, it's a no-go with the call center worker, even though he got her number. On his third day, Randy goes to McDonald's. He meets a yaya there on his day off. Now, the woman is in her mid-30s and even offers Randy her phone number. The yaya lives with a family, so there's no way she can invite Randy over to her place. But the seed has been planted. Now, Randy has attended a few classes in college. He's also seen a lot of porn, including younger man, older woman porn. Randy's an expert. Randy even watched the famous porn movie, The Babysitter Was Seduced. Time for the world's easiest popped quiz. Who jumped the yaya named Chastity? Artie the dad in his 50s? Rexy, the wife, in her early 30s? Purity, the other yaya? Or Randy, the horny, bored college student who keeps striking out? The votes are in. 97% of you think Randy is the culprit, and 3% of you think it's David. Really? You think I would bang Chastity? 97% of you are correct. Randy started getting jiggy with Chastity. It was consensual. Chastity was flattered that a younger American man was interested in her, but Chastity's employers were displeased. What did Artie and Rexy do? No, they terminated Chastity. Stop. I am not a lawyer. I am not an expert in Filipino employment law and sexual harassment. I am telling you a story. This is what happened. Chastity was fired. I'm not gloating over it. It is reality. 2 days passed since Chastity was terminated. Randy goes to Wendy's for a burger. Randy plays video games. He starts looking at Purity, and she looks like this. 2 more days pass. Randy gets a hot dog at 7-Eleven. Randy watches more porn. Purity starts to look like this. 2 more days pass. Randy gets an iced coffee at Starbucks. And by now, with his raging hormones, Purity is looking like this. Day 7 after he jumped Charity, Randy jumps Purity. Now, Purity knows Chastity was just fired for providing benefits to Randy. What does Purity do? She is all in and has a consensual encounter with Randy. Just like Chastity, Artie, and Rexy terminate the yaya Purity. I do not have a degree in yaya psychology. I have no idea why Purity jumped into bed with Randy. Maybe she wanted to resign. Maybe she couldn't find a pen to write a resignation letter, so she just made merry with Randy. Randy returns to the States where he can get access to a plethora of 18 and 19-year-old women. I mean, remember when you were 19? Meeting women was pretty dang easy. Artie and Rexy need nannies, so they hire 2 more attractive yayas in their early 30s. Did Artie and Rexy hire a nice woman in her 50s? No. Did they hire a slightly pudgy woman in her 40s? No. 2 more attractive yayas in their 30s, and they start posting photos of these yayas on Facebook. By the way, if you have some suggestions for the names to call these nannies, put them in the comments down below. Randy saw the photos of his dad's 2 new nannies on Facebook. Randy has already booked his return flight. Hey, we all love a sequel. You know what Randy is thinking? 2 yayas at the same time. Just think of the thumbnail. Catch you in the next one.